2009 MX5 NC. I've had it for about 2 years, and someone asked about showing you around all the mods and things I've done to it, get my points of view on it. So that's the video today. As you can tell, this isn't an NC2 front bumper, this is the later NC3. I think it looks meaner, sharper, really like the front end look, so I changed over the bumper. There's a previous video you can see where we painted all of it up, got the new fog light housings. This is a proper original OEM spoiler lip that you can get from Mazda. Really finishes it off, great look. These are Dare wheels, really like the look of them. I was able to get a set of them second hand. They're 17 inch, so the same as factory. They are slightly wider. They are 7.5 inches wide, and they have an offset of 42. So pretty much the furthest out you want to go. You start having to do fender rolls and things. I haven't done that. I think it looks really good. Pretty much the maximum you want to do. Great looking wheels. So the exhaust, you can't see it that well, but I had a rear back box made up to specifications I want. I had 2 boxes made, a linking pipe, and then these tips were off the old exhaust, so they still look quite good. So I'll show you a picture of what the exhaust box looks out of the car, and you can see what kind of thing I'm looking at. These are my Paint Mods fake carbon fibre roll hoop covers. Some people don't like it because it's fake, but they're pretty well made. Well, they are well made, and it goes with a couple of the other carbon bits I've got on here, so I think they look great. Not too expensive. Head over to Paint Mods and have a look at what they've got available. They look good. I run a genuine carbon Miata rear spoiler. There are lots of these for the hard top from China and things, but they don't do them for the soft top. The boot's completely different, so this is a carbon Miata version. I don't normally go for really expensive items like this, but yeah, I really wanted it, so fits nicely, really gives it a nice slightly aggressive look at the back, so really good addition. These are my bonnet vents, mainly to try and get the heat from the turbo out, so that's why they're placed where they are. That's right over the turbo, and you can see the hot vapors coming out, so it works really well. These are genuine carbon fibre. These are Focus RS. Yeah, they look great and do a good function. So yeah, really pleased with how they went in. I've done a video on installing these as well, so have a look back in the videos, but they're great. I haven't done much to the interior. The only couple of things I've done is this is a retrim steering wheel with a flat bottom. I believe it was a Royal one. I bought it second hand, so that makes getting in and out easier, nicer feel on the wheel. And then I've got the gauge pod for oil pressure and boost gauge. So that's pretty it. The rest of it's standard. Don't need to change the seats. Everything's good. I like it. The main upgrade to my car was the turbo setup. So this is a complete DIY setup. I didn't have the finances to go to some of the leading guys in the UK, so built it myself. Tacked all the manifold together. Only had it welded by a professional at the end. All the exhaust, the manifold is all custom. The turbo is a TD04 19T, so bigger than the Subaru one. I think the parts are a mixture of Saab and Volvo. So yeah, so that's the turbo sorted. All the intercooler pipes, all the pipe work, I did all myself. I taped it all together to hold it in the right place, then took it for welding, so I did all that myself. Battery relocation. The battery is normally here, and this is further over, so that's all been moved to centralize it, to give room for this pipe to come through to the intercooler that's at the bottom. So that's that. This is a standard internal 2-litre engine, so it's a 2009, so it's got the better internals, but I haven't done anything inside the engine. It's got bigger injectors and obviously the turbo fitted, and I fitted an oil drain into the side of the block down below, but otherwise the engine is standard. The clutch is a stage 1 clutch. Took a while to bed in the clutch, but now it seems pretty good, so happy with that. If you want more information on the turbo build, there's a whole series of videos on the turbo build. Here's a picture of the first one. So get onto my YouTube channel and have a look through everything. For track days and things, I upgraded my brake fluid. So my brakes are standard calipers. I have M-Tech grooved and dimpled discs. I have PBS pads on the front. I would go for PBS race, not PBS track. And I have Mutul 600 brake fluid throughout. So that's basically, so it should be able to take a higher temperature. A couple of reasons, obviously the brake temperatures you get at the wheels, but also I get obviously heat coming across from the turbo, so it may help with that as well. A lot of people talk about gearbox and diff oil. I use Mutul 300. The cold shifting is so much better. It fits the right grade. GL4 and GL5, I can't remember which goes in which, but it's both, so that's really good. Definitely recommend it. I've done another video on changing the oil in the gearbox and diff, so if you want to check that out, this is the picture to it. A lot of work has been done underneath the car. About a year and a half ago, I did the refurbishment of the rear end. I had the subframe out, fuel tank out, repainted all of the underbody, powder coated subframe. Yeah, went through the whole thing, so that's really solid. Very recently this year I've done the same to the front. There's videos on both of this, so I've refurbished right across the front, so that's all really good. I have Mazda CRD shocks all the way around, so they're nicely adjustable. I find them pretty good. I still bottom out a little bit on the back, even though I've got them quite jacked up on the springs. I run a higher ride height than a lot of people. I hate scraping over speed bumps. This is my only car, so I've got a bit more ride height. Still looks nice, I think. Still has a nice stance, but a bit higher so I don't scrape over everything. Recently, all the suspension is now poly-bushed, other than the front lower arms. They're just brand new. I have Goodrich brake lines throughout. Like I said, PBS front pads, RX8 yellow dot roll bars back and front, and adjustable roll bar drop links on the front. So it's getting there. I just need to refurbish the center section now. I'm going to try and get you some real world footage of what it's like to drive. Obviously I'm limited by being on public roads, so I have to be careful. Turbo in this car was the best thing I ever did. I love it. It brings a smile to my face whenever I drive it. It was the best money spent. Whoever says these cars are fast enough, standard, I'm sorry, in my opinion that's incorrect. They just aren't, they're slow. And giving it that extra power just turns it into a sports car, and it's great value for money. If you can do it yourself and do the work, it's fantastic. So let's see if I can give you a little bit of a hint of that. It's going to be a bit difficult, but let's give it a try. So from a standstill, not doing anything too silly. So I'm in second gear at 20 miles an hour, 2,500 revs. Straight into the turbo, 6,000. So what's great about having a smaller turbo is that it picks up around about 2,500 RPM, and it's so usable. And the thing it really sorts out with this car is it sorts out the torque, because the normal engine doesn't have any torque, and this just gives it to you from like 2,500 revs. It's just, I love it, it's awesome. Let's do a rolling first gear pull, and all I'm going to try and do is make cool noises. I'm going to show you how it pulls in third gear at 40. Hopefully you can see that it really is, I think, quite a quick car now. I want to get some power figures. It just hasn't been up on high on my priorities. I've been trying to get the car sorted. So yeah, so there you go. It's a glimpse into the world of my NC. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.